I remember my high school senior trip to Six Flags in New Jersey. I didn't go on like any kind of normal senior trip. I actually went to a con for my senior trip. All of the other seniors in my class like went to freaking Virginia Beach or something. And I was like, nah, I don't really want to go to Virginia Beach with like a bunch of my classmates that I'm never going to see again and don't want to see right now anymore. That didn't sound ideal to me. So instead, I went to this anime con called Colossal Con with a bunch of my friends, and that was way more fun. My senior trip was the first con I ever fursuited at, actually. That was like after I got my first fursuit. The original version 1 Majira, which is like vintage history now. There's nothing in Montana. I drove through Montana. There's a lot of trees and no cell phone reception. I remember the first time I ever went into Montana. I was on a road trip going through all like the Midwestern states. We drove through eastern Montana. It's literally flat and there's literally nothing. There was this thunderstorm and lightning was hitting the ground and it was so scary. That was my first Montana experience and it made me not like it very much. Furthest west I've gone is Texas. Haven't left the East Coast yet. Honestly, like the first time I ever left the East Coast, one day it was just like, I'm gonna drive to LA. I think I was 19. I had a internship in Denver. So I was already gonna drive to Denver for like a month-long internship. I told my parents, I was like, I think after my internship, I'm gonna drive to LA. And they said no. And then I went anyway. So I just drove to LA. I took like 2 weeks just doing a big ass road trip and then I came back and I'm really happy I did that. It was definitely like a really good like self-discovery time in my life. Always wanted to drive Route 66. Man, God, that'd be so cool. I want to do stuff like that so bad. I miss doing that. I miss those days. I want to travel more. Like one thing that I definitely miss from the East Coast, it was so much easier to drive everywhere than it is here. I think Seattle's like cool and stuff, but when I was on the East Coast, I could drive to Maine and I could drive to Florida. It was like no problem. I don't know. I just miss that shit, you know? From here, if I want to drive literally anywhere, it's 2+ day journey unless I drive to like California. It just feels like I'm like so far away from everything now. I literally would have to fly everywhere and then flying gets expensive, so then I just don't leave. Oh, wait a minute. What the heck? No, oh my God. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Whiskey, so much for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. How you doing? Yo, I remember the first time I met Whiskey. We met at BLFC. What was the year before COVID happened? I don't even remember. It feels like it's been a million decades. 2019. BLFC 2019. We met and we were like, yo, let's go to the bar, and we got whiskey sours and we just like heckin' vibed and it was so fun. Whiskey is a really nice dude.